Hi, it's Miss Stewart here, and today we are talking about choice boards. And by the end of this presentation, you should have your very own choice board to take and use in your classroom. So let's get started. So why use choice boards and how did they become popular? So they really became popular during COVID, and it gave the students ownership of their work. It was also used for the centers that the elementary students were used to doing, and it gave a way for the high school and middle school students to do extra work once they were done with the given work that the teacher had assigned for that day. Also, how it was used as a way to prove that the students had mastered a skill. So you can definitely do that. I teach as the teacher. I'm doing all the teaching things. And then maybe we watch a small video, or maybe we do a small quiz. And then to prove that you understood the concept and that you have mastered the concept, I want you to pick a few activities to do that use the skills that I have taught. Choice boards also give you a way to differentiate the instruction and hit all those types of learning styles. One of the things that is used for choice boards is a program called Flip. It gives the students the chance to speak what they want to say instead of typing or writing it. So it's giving those audio visual guys a way to show that they do actually know what you taught. And plus, it's just great for student engagement. The first thing you do have to decide is how and what your board is going to look like and what activities you are going to have in your board. I suggest that this is something that you have already in mind before you start creating it, because sometimes it's a lot to fit into the box, and if you already have your ideas together, it's easier to get all together. So one of the first things you have to do is you have to go create a new Google slide, and I have given you 4 places to go get some really amazing templates to really fit the theme or season that you are either teaching or that is currently going on. I chose an amazing Halloween background from SlideSgo. So let's get started on that. So I went to SlideSgo. I downloaded this Halloween theme. All I did was Google Slides. It forced a copy, and this is what I have. As you can see, I already have a table, but let's delete this table and get a new table inserted. So I went to Insert, I went to Table. I am just building a simple 3x3, but you can build as many as you want. I mean, it just keeps going. It's crazy. I'm just doing a simple 3x3. As you can see, it is very light. It's not very appealing. It doesn't have all those fun colors and whatnot. So I'm going to change my border color. I clicked on the pencil. I'm going to make it green. And it's still super thin. Like, I can't tell where my box ends and begins. So I'm going to change the thickness of the line to an 8. I think I'm actually going to do a 4. All right, there we go. And now I'm going to drag it up to there. I'm going to make my table fit within the picture, so I'm not typing over top of the picture that is given, because then my text might be lost within the background image, which is why it's always nice to have a good space to write in. All right, now I'm going to start writing in my boxes. This is where you're going to put the activities that you want the students to do. So, as I've said before, this is just a simple 3x3 tic-tac-toe board. I would recommend adding directions somewhere here on this slide or the slide before, so that way the kids know what to do or how to complete the board. It can be as simple as fill in 3 squares or do 3 of the items listed, create a tic-tac-toe, and all you would do is you would just type choose 3 activities to do, and then end with the board. Done. And the black, you really can't see it, so we are going to change it to that awesome green because the green color is just amazing. Apparently it didn't change. Did it change? Nope, the border of my box changed. Yay! I didn't want my border box. Oh, duh! Click the A for font. Ha 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 ha. Man, it's been a long day. Fall break was wonderful, but man, we really need another break, guys. All right. So let's fill in this first square. My board is going to be about reading because I am the librarian and reading is fantastic. Woot woot. So my first square, I'm going to type, draw a picture of the setting of a story that you are reading. All right. And then write 3 sentences about the setting. Done. Now, if you notice, my box did grow, so I'm going to change this font size. I'm going to change my font color. Let's not do orange. You know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to change there we go. I think I like that much better. Ta-da! I do like that. All right, so that way they can actually see the font and they know what they are going to do. Now, you can make this something they do digitally or something that they do on paper. I would try, I know it's going to be a pain, but I would have them draw the picture, take a picture of it, and then upload it to Canvas or Seesaw, so that way everything would be digital for you. Or if you're okay with getting a bunch of random things, you can also do that. But I do know the kids are like the paper pencil thing, and a lot of mine do like to draw. Next, we are going to add in our next activity. And my next activity is going to be that flip activity. I want them to record themselves by comparing themselves to a character in a book. And I want them to be able to speak. I want to hear their thought processes, because sometimes they will give me more information if they speak it than if they type it or write it. So I am going to, in my box, I'm going to say, what am I going to say? Compare yourself to a character in the book that you are reading. Give 3 similarities, and 3 differences. You've gotta love Google. Man, I don't know what I would do without Google spell check. Spell check is amazing. I do believe I got this down to a 10. There we go. So now I'm also going to say use Flip to record yourself, to record your answer. That works. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to have to open Flip. So I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going to go to Flip. It's still called Flipgrid, but it's actually Flip. And apparently they're not. Oh, there we go. I was like, no, you've got to work. I'm going to log in. I'm going to continue with my Google account. Here it is. I already have my choice board section activated. So I'm going to click here. And this is what I want them to do. So I'm going to share, and I want to share this link. I'm sharing the link with the kids so the kids can get in to the Flip. So I'm going to highlight all of these words in the box. I'm going to highlight them. And then I'm going to click this paperclip here. It says insert link. I'm going to insert my link. And I'm just going to paste it in right here. And then I'm going to click apply. And now it changed it to white because if I click on this, see, it has the link. So if I were to click, it would actually open the Flip that I want them to add their response to. All right, and that is how you do it. But let's also, so if you look there, you can also link to different slides within the presentation that you have created. There's so much stuff you can do with Google. It is quite amazing. Crap. I can't remember where my ends of my notes are. I found them, don't worry, guys. All right, the next thing I want you to consider is how to assess your students. I want you to think about how you are going to assess your students. Here are some simple ways to assess them. One of the ways that gets used a lot is rubrics. So that way the students know exactly how many points they're going to get. This right here is an excellent rubric. I kind of like the points, giving each activity a certain amount of points. So then that way the harder things are worth more. So they're kind of creating their own grade. And you're figuring out who's willing to do the work and who's not willing to do the work. And you can push them into different things. Like this person said, complete any combo that is worth 25 points. You can say, well, you have to do 1, 5, 1, 15, and 1, 10. So you're really giving them that autonomy of what they are going to do point-wise. I really like that idea. Now, my last slide is just different pre-made choice boards. All these are linkable, or they have been linked. So all you have to do is click on them and they will send you to a website where you can get ideas. Sometimes pre-made isn't always the best for our class. So what I like to do is I like to look at what the pre-made has and make it fit my own classroom. So then that way I'm really catering to my students with what they need. So that is my presentation.